Hello friends, in this video we shall discuss with respect to the previous year question paper of electronic science which was conducted by MHSET on 15th June 2025. In this part 3 video I am going to cover from question number 51 to question number 75. Already we have made two parts of video. Part 1 video is going to cover from question number 1 to question number 25 and part 2 video is going to cover from question number 26 to question number 50. If you have not watched that video, links are given in the description. Also you can click on the I button in order to access the video. I refer you to watch part 1 video and part 2 video, then later you can watch the part 3 video. In 51st question what they are given is, in a charge free space the Poisson's equation will become. We know that the Poisson's equation will be equals to, or it is given by del square V, which is equals to rho V divided by epsilon, plus or minus, it is immaterial. In the case of Laplace equation, you are going to get a rho V which is equals to 0. So you are going to get a del square V which is equals to 0. So for this 51st question, the corresponding option that is going to follow is option C is correct, nothing but Laplace equation. 52nd question, they are asking with respect to which oscillator can be used for high stability frequency measurement. You are going to make use of Weinbridge oscillator or crystal oscillator or Hartley oscillator or Colpitt's oscillator. We know that we are going to make use of crystal oscillator. Option B is going to follow. 53rd question what they are asking is, in a free space which of the following will be 0? We know that you will be getting a mu r equals to 1 and epsilon r equals to 1. So these two terms will not be getting 0, but you will be getting conductivity which will be equals to 0 but not the resistivity. You will be having the resistance but you will not be having the conductivity. So for 53rd question option C is going to follow. Important. 54th question, a wave incident on a surface at an angle of 60 degree. At an angle of 60 degree is having a field intensity of 6 units. So let us consider N1 equals to 6. The angle of incidence which will be equals to 60 degree. The reflected wave is at the angle of 30 degrees. Find the intensity after reflection. Now look at the things, intensity they are giving you, try to take it as refractive index and you try to solve it, not an issue. So the wave is getting reflected, it is getting reflected at what angle? 30 degree. So this is equals to N2, or you can write it as epsilon R1 or epsilon R2 with a root, you can able to write it, not an issue. We know that according to Snell's law, N1 sin theta 1 which is equals to N2 sin theta 2. Here theta 1 and theta 2 refers to angle of incidence and angle of reflection or refraction. So what is the value of N1? It is 6 into sine of 60 which is equals to, what is the value of N2? We have to find out, into sine of, what is theta r value? 30. 6 into, what is sine 60 root 3 divided by 2 which is equals to N2. Now look at the things carefully. What is sine 30? Sine 30, if I am sending on to the denominator, it is 1 by 2. Sending to the numerator, it will be 2. So what is the value of N2 which is equals to 6 into root 3? What is the value of root 3? 1.72 into 6. You are going to get approximately 10.4. Which option it is going to follow? Option C is correct. 54th question, if you are thinking this question is very much difficult, it is dead easy question. The radiation resistance of an antenna having a power of 120 units. What is the power they have given? 120 units they have given. You take it as a, what is the unit of power? You take it as watts only. And the antenna current I which is equals to 5 amperes. What they are asking is the radiation resistance. What is the relation we are knowing with respect to power, current and resistance? P equals to I square times of R. That's it. What is the, on rearranging, what is the equation for R which is equals to P divided by I square? What is the power? 120. What is I square? 5 square is 25. 25 for 4 point change, you should get 4.8 ohms. That's it. So for 55th question, which option is correct means the first option is correct. 56th question what they are given is copper is going to behave as always a conductor. Conductor or dielectric depending on the applied electric field strength it seems. Conductor or dielectric depending on the frequency. Conductor or dielectric depending on the electric current density. This depending on the frequency, you are going to make use of loss tangent. You are going to write it as, look at the things, sigma E divided by j omega epsilon E. What is this? The ratio of conduction current to displacement current. It is also referred as what? Tan phi. Tan phi. Now look at the things. Copper is going to behave as a conductor always. Always the copper is going to behave as a conductor because it is having pool of electrons with it. Which option is correct? First option is correct. 57th question, you see the modes in a rectangular waveguide are denoted by TEMN and TMMN, where M and N are eigenvalues along the larger and smaller dimensions of the waveguide respectively. Which of the following statements is true? The lowest mode in the case of TE mode will be TE10 mode followed by TE01 mode, then you will be getting TE11 and so on. But in the case of TM mode, you will be getting the lowest mode itself is the TM11 mode, which is a dominant mode. So TE00 you are not going to consider because it is a DC quantity. TM000110 you are not going to consider. So based on this, let us solve. The TM10 mode does not exist. Yes, it will not be existing. The TE10 mode does not exist since it is wrong. The TE10 mode and TM10 mode both exist it seems. TE10 is going to exist but TM10 is not going to exist and have same cutoff frequency. It is wrong. Same cutoff frequency will be for TE10 and TM11. When M and N are increased, the cutoff frequency decreases, which is absolutely wrong. So for the 57th question, which option it is correct means the first option is going to follow. TM000110 it is not going to exist. TE00 is not going to exist. That's it. 58th question, you please look at the things carefully. The total number of magnetic field lines passing through an area is termed as what? What and all the option they are given? Voltage, magnetic field, how it is related? No. Electromotive force, which is wrong. Magnetic flux density is wrong. Magnetic flux is the correct one. In the given area, if you are taking that too in a closed one, it is referred as density, right? So the number of magnetic field lines passing through an area is termed as a magnetic flux. Magnetic flux. For 58th question, option C is going to follow. 59th question, look at the things carefully. Which of the following laws does not form a Maxwell's equation? Now, Maxwell's equation, you will be having 4 equations. Curl E equals to minus dou B divided by dou T. Curl H equals to J plus dou D divided by dou T. Del dot B which is equals to 0. Del dot D which is equals to rho V divided by epsilon. T equals to epsilon times of E, then epsilon you are going to kick. So you are going to take it as del dot D which is equals to rho V. Okay. Curl E refers to Faraday's law. Curl H refers to Ampere's law. Del dot B and del dot D refers to Gauss law. So Planck's law is the odd one out. So Maxwell's equation is going to accompany all these 4 equations. You're going to derive this one from the Helmholtz equation. Important. If you are not knowing how you got this equation, please refer to my EMTL lecture. I have explained each and everything in a detailed manner. If you have not watched that video, links I am going to put up in the description. Also, you can click on the I button. So for 59th question, option 1 is going to follow. 60th question. In a filter design, what is the significance of transition bandwidth distance? Now, let us consider a low pass filter. let us consider low pass filter. Ideally, you will be getting a filter response something like this, but practically you will not be getting like this. You will be getting something like this. So this is the transition band. This is the transition band. So it is going to represent what they are asking. It represents the range of frequencies with equal ripples in the stop band. It is wrong. It indicates the sharpness of the frequency transition between which two you will be having a pass band and stop band. So this one is referred as a pass band and this one is referred as stop band in the case of low pass filter. In the case of high pass filter, this is referred as a stop band and this one will be referred as pass band. In the case of band pass filter, this is referred as a pass band and this is referred as a stop band and this one is also referred as a stop band. Important. You have to go through all these things. Similarly, you try to write for band stop filter also. It indicates the sharpness of the frequency transition between a pass band and stop band. It is correct. Third option, what they are telling is it is the range of frequencies over which the filter is going to exhibit a maximum flat response is wrong. It defines the frequency range in which the filter will be having minimum group delay. Even this statement is also wrong. So for 60th question, option B is going to follow. 61st question, the multiplication of two discrete Fourier transforms is equal to dash of two sequences in a time domain. It is a circular convolution, autocorrelation, linear convolution and cross correlation. So it will be circular convolution. For the two sequences or for the two inputs, you are going to maintain the same length. Length should be the same in the case of circular convolution. In rest of the convolution, you may have a different length also. That doesn't matter. So for 61st question, option A is going to follow. 62nd question, what they have given is, what does the symbol IGSS represents in the context of a JFET? Drain current, gate to source voltage, gate current when the gate to source junction is forward bias and reverse biased. So for 62nd question, it is the gate current when the gate to source junction will be in reverse biased. For 62nd question, option D is going to follow. 63rd question, you see, what information does the measurement of a DC beta provide about a bipolar junction transistor? Beta is referring to what they are telling. So it will be voltage drop across the collector resistor, wrong. Gain bandwidth product, wrong. Current gain characteristics, yes. Base to emitter voltage threshold, wrong. So you will be having the current gain parameters or you will be having the gain parameters alpha, beta and gamma. So for common collector, what you will be getting, for common emitter, what you will be getting, common base configuration, what is the current gain, each and everything you should know. Important. For 63rd, option C is going to follow. Look at the things in the 64th question. If you're thinking this question is from out of box, no. They have mentioned that questions may be from IoT also, Internet of Things. Which of the following is the way in which Internet of the Things device is associated with the data? Internet, cloud, automata and network. So it is going to make use of internet, but the data will be stored in a cloud. Option B is going to follow. Important. 65th question, you please go through the things. Which of the following IC does not belong to voltage regulator? LM293, we know that it is going to be used as an voltage regulator, right? So this for this question, the key answer what they have given is option D, right? NE536. 66th question, what they have given is, what steps are to be followed when we need to turn on any timer? So to turn on any timer, what and all the steps we have to follow? You please go through the option. For this, the corresponding option that is going to follow is option B, nothing but lower the T-mod counter, lower the count value, then start the timer, keep monitoring it. When it reaches the final value, stop the timer and then an interrupt will be generated. This is the sequence of steps what we are going to follow. In option C, how you can eliminate means you have to start the timer, it seems, then later you have to load the count, which is wrong. So for 66th question, option second is going to follow. For 67th question, you see, if the dash pin is a dash, then we have the option of using the dash ROM or EEPROM together with the dash memory and devices. See, this question is a very much tricky question. It is, if the EA pin is high, then we have the option of using the internal ROM together with the external memory and devices. With external memory and devices. Option A is going to follow. 68th question, an example for lossless propagation is practically not used, it seems. So the key answer what they are given is option D. You please go through the things carefully. 69th question, you see, the question is from power electronics, that to SCR topic. The angle of conduction, how you are going to change the angle of conduction. Now look at the things. Say suppose in the case of half wave rectifier, I am going to get something like this. But with the help of power electronic circuits, I can able to vary this conduction angle. I can vary this conduction angle. This conduction angle can be varied. Right, so it can be changed using. So the key answer what they have given is the forward current rating. Forward current rating, it's in option C. 70th question, an example for usage of electromagnetic wave propagation is a refrigerator, electric fan, mobile transponder, relays in actuators. So it will be mobile transponder. Option C is going to follow. Many theory questions they have asked. You please go through once. The refractive index variation of a single mode fiber is. Similar question they have asked in UGC NET 2025. That too in June paper only. Gradual variation from core to cladding, increasing from core to cladding, step change from core to cladding, linear change from core to cladding. So it will be step change from core to cladding. Usually you will be having the refractive index of core will be greater than refractive index of cladding. Refractive index of core will be greater than refractive index of cladding. Important. Such that you will be getting the total internal reflection properly. 72nd question, the internal quantum efficiency of the LEDs will decrease. Dash with the temperature, exponentially increase with temperature or linearly increase with temperature they are asking. So it will be exponentially increase with the temperature. The quantum efficiency is going to decrease. 72nd question, option B is going to follow. Important. 73rd question, you see, which technology is used for backscatter measurement method? Refraction, Francis flat recovery, optical time domain reflectometry, and optical frequency. So for 73rd question, the answer is 73. Nothing but option is C. Even I am not having the proper explanation. You please go through it once. 74th question. This question is from transducer. Strain gauge is it a passive device or an active device? What do you mean by strain gauge? Right? See, you will be having stress and strain. What exactly you mean by strain and what exactly you mean by stress? You should know the difference between the two. And here you will be having quarter bridge, half bridge and full bridge. Important. Now look at the things. For this, in order to measure, it requires power supply. So it is a passive device. It is a passive device. When you get into the kirana shop, you will be asking something. Say suppose you are asking for an atta. So they will be placing on it. So it's a equivalent weight will be displayed. Nothing but inside you will be having a spring which is undergoing a mechanical displacement. It is going to convert into resistance. That one will be plotted or that one will be replicated in terms of voltage levels. Right? And in turn it will be converted into kg. So for 74th question, strain gauge is a passive device and it is going to convert a mechanical displacement into a change of resistance. Option C is going to follow. 75th question, last question till here. If you are not like the video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are not shared this video with your friends, please do it. 75th question, the characteristics of a radio receiver associated with a true reproduction of audio signal. True reproduction is defined in terms of fidelity. Sensible is referred in terms of sensitivity. Range selection you are going to define in terms of selectivity. So for 75th question, which option is going to follow means option D is going to follow. So friends, in this video we have covered from question number 51 to question number 75. In the previous videos we have covered from question number 1 to 25 and question number 26 to question number 50. If you have not gone through the previous videos, you please go through once. Wait for the next video, it will be uploaded as early as possible. So friends, if you have understood with the solution video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to my channel Craving Gyan. All the best for exams. Thank you. For test series, make use of cravinggyan.com.